What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Thtman.x, and as you see, I'm back with another reaction vid, man. You know, hey, look, today, it look like something juicy, man. It says, is fat being a choice? Fit woman versus fat woman. I guess these people about to be arguing this stuff. I feel like it's about to get real spicy. Is fat being a choice? What y'all think in that chat? I don't know, we gonna see, though. Hey, before we get into this though, like, comment, subscribe. I'm saying share, do all that stuff. I know I look like a homeless man. I just woke up. Did a toothbrush touch my mouth? You know it didn't. But it's cool though. We gonna react to these vids. Gotta start grinding. I've been BSing, man. I've been BSing. But yeah though. Let's get into it, man. Let's see what these people got to say.
If you see me, you consider me obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's like medically, you know.
So like for example,
you're medically obese though.
No,
yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Shit. Okay. Black woman. W. Let's get it.
Welcome back to Middle Ground. I'm John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast, and I'll be moderating today's discussion between fit women and fat women. And a friendly reminder, if you are writing a hate comment, you are part of the problem. Our first prompt is, your physique is in your control. Will the agreeers please step? First prompt is, your physique is in your control. Will the agreeers please step forward?
It's to a certain, yes, it is. It is in control.
She has a question.
I have a question. When you mean physique, can you specify like what exactly are you trying to?
I think physique is like the shape and size of your body.
Okay, look, for me, I feel like the shape, probably not, because some people are just like naturally built in certain ways. But I feel like the size, yes, you could control your size. Some people could be like naturally big, but I feel like you could control the size to a certain extent. Hold up, let me I'm gonna close this shit. Hold up. Yeah, you can control your size though.
Why were you hesitating?
Because
if you see my fucking blue pants, yes, I'm wearing the same shit they got washed yesterday. And these are my in-house pants. Everybody got the pants that they wear all the time in the house, nigga. These are my in-house pajama pants, nigga. And they got my name on it.
You know, there's a lot of different illnesses around. So I have family members that have like thyroids and they can't gain weight or they can't lose weight. But I think that they can manage to stay at a place that's gonna be healthy for them. To me, personally, I do feel like I can be at a better place. I'm working on it, and that's my goal. So.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that definitely people have ailments, there's different diseases and all that, but I think at the end of the day, what you can do, the best physical peak for your personal body is in your hands. You may not look like someone you want to look like, your ideal situation, but you can optimize your body to be the highest performance that you think that you can get to.
When I first started working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. What
the fuck happened, my nigga? Did you go back? Or how? Oh, what was she at first? No, I ain't gonna lie. She looked like it's really just this that's like the big part, you know. But she looked like she like the slim big. Like, nah. You could tell that she probably lost a little bit of shit. She looked like she probably could have been wider. So she probably did lose that 60. I don't know if she gained it back though. She said when she worked out, so did she get it back?
Working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work.
That you can get to.
When I first started working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. I did the treadmill. I went at an incline, and I just walked the whole time, watching a movie and just walked. I just made healthier choices, and I've been mindful about what I put inside my body.
Like, you put in that effort, right? You made those conscious decisions to walk on the treadmill, count your calories. You were super exact with everything, and that's how both of you guys were able to lose so much weight, right? So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
Just so we can invite the disagreeers, that's a great point to bring in our disagreeers. Whoever wants to pick up where we just left off.
So while of course there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique, I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like, it is so much more expensive to eat healthy
than it is to eat like crap. If I go to the grocery store and I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals, that's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit and everything.
I disagree.
Immediately.
I disagree too.
Why do you disagree?
The prepackaged foods, the frozen ones, way more expensive. I've been on a budget, eternally. I always save money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
So
I
she
agree
wrong,
with you
chat?
on that, but I can go get a frozen meal sometimes for $1.50, $2, where if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10.
So you'll get more.
Yes, but still, you have to
Oh,
think from
shit.
people who have like no money and they're thinking like,
Oh, shit.
I
There
can
we
get
go.
I've had no money.
I like her. I need negativity
I've had
already.
12
I need people to be called fat bitches. I need that.
$12.
no
Somebody
money
call somebody
and
fat
they're
bitch,
thinking
fuck
like,
it. Just start
oh,
wrecking.
I can get.
I've had no money. I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely, in the short-term mindset, it is cheaper. You
Yeah.
go to a fast food restaurant, they have like a dollar menu. I think they've
Yeah.
even increased the dollar menu now. So,
like
which
a
is
$2
crazy. It's like a $2 menu. So that's valid, I think, but I think it's killing us in the long term. Like it's like that short dopamine effect, the dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
I also did want to, just touch on, other than like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
Definitely,
Like if you work a
100%,
full-time job, if you have kids and stuff, a lot of the time it's just easier. You don't have the time
But does she have that though? Does she
and
have kids?
energy. Like I enjoy cooking, but it's a lot of work sometimes. And it's much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through. And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental health. When you are depressed, when you're struggling to even like get through the day, it can be really hard to have that motivation to eat well, to move your body and stuff. So for then when people are like, oh, well, why aren't you working out? It's like, dude, I can barely even get out of bed. So like, please stop with that.
I just wanted to say that I didn't step forward because I have PCOS and I just recently got diagnosed with it. So with PCOS, it's so much more difficult for me.
Hold up. Educational action in the building for the people that don't know what PCOS means. Cause I'm definitely one of them niggas. PCOS is a common hormonal disorder that affects a woman's reproductive age, characterized by irregular period, elevated levels of man hormones, and I heard about this. I literally just heard about this shit where they get the acne and shit. I just heard about that shit. I just heard about that.
Need to lose
heard about
the
that shit.
weight and control what I want my physique to look like. It's just so much harder. It's not impossible, but it is.
We can fix it.
It's something
and we
that
can
can
fix
be
it.
fixed.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it. So.
to cut y'all off, but Bree, I just wanted to hear from you.
The question, like, your body is in your control, I just think it is not 100% in your control. To say it's like black and white, you can change it or you can't, is just crazy. It's just so nuanced. I really appreciated you bringing up the food access that you have, the knowledge access, your socioeconomic status. I go to the gym, I sit there, and I'm like, if only everyone had access and the free time to do this. I'm sure so many other people would love to do that.
But like you could really work out anywhere though. Like I feel like it's workouts, like you could literally work out anywhere. Nigga, if you got some steps, go up them damn steps. Do a little workout up the steps, bro. Everybody got outside. Everybody has the ability to walk outside, bro. It's outside everywhere. Like nigga, your house is outside. Nigga, walk outside. They all have houses. Walk. You can literally just walk. It's like that, nigga. It's just all types of workouts, bro. If they want to hit a push up, nigga, they can hit a push up everywhere. I can hit a push up on my bed, on the floor, nigga, on the couch. I feel like to that certain extent, like you could work out everywhere. It's just a matter of like some people be like, why am I working out here? No, some people just make excuses.
People are struggling, they need to pay their rent. They can't just allot that time. They need to prioritize. And I think that's ultimately what is really sad.
Yeah.
Everyone would love to take care of themselves.
I disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. Like, there's some of us who are on the fit side that don't have that privileges. I wake up at 4 a.m., have a full-time job.
Snaps to you.
I get it done. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
No, I make my life allow
Exactly.
I
You
surround
do,
myself
but
with
other
that.
people
You gotta
don't
force it.
have the possibilities that you
They
have.
do. They just
Not everyone, no.
And I also think there's something to be
Just
said.
gotta put the effort in. That's it.
But I also think too, like let's say for
You
example,
gotta people make time for what they want to do. That's a fact. That's a fact. People make time for what they do, nigga. When I'm supposed to be working out and shit and doing my push-ups and shit, nigga, I play the game. But I make time for what I do. I picked the wrong shit. You just picked the wrong shit. You picked the wrong shit. It just is what it is. You make time for what you want to make time for, and that's the fact. That's a fact. That's everybody, bro.
you're a teenager and you're like 500 pounds.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
work that you need to do to remedy that is like that's really challenging. That's a
I
hard
agree.
thing to do for
I
anybody.
agree.
As opposed to like me, I was
It's
really
hard,
skinny
but
and then
you
I
can do
decided,
it.
oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I put on my weight. The results are showing. It looks like I'm working super hard. I make these choices like go girl.
Right.
But that is not the same accessibility that someone can make that change for themselves in different circumstances.
I agree.
So
My
think-
only caveat is it's hard for
Satan's
both, but it can
nutsack.
be done. Is my point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
That's
say
my
that it's
only
as hard
point.
for me
Like
as
taking
someone
my
who's
shirt off
overweight
and
trying to lose that weight. In my opinion.
But do you believe that it can be done?
I believe it can be done. I believe
Okay,
it can
so
be
we
done, but I
agree.
think empathy and compassion for the different circumstances that may stop someone from doing that is necessary. To see like, oh, get off your ass and like do all this,
No one said
which you're
that.
not saying, but I'm saying some people, commenters,
Myron's
might be
not in
saying
this
that.
episode.
Myra was the word.
There is a spectrum for your body. Our height isn't under our control, our fat distribution, our bone density, our muscle density, our metabolism.
Yes,
These are all things that make up who we are. But in that spectrum of health, absolutely, we can change who we are
Yes.
with what we got, right?
And then we'll stop right there and move on to the next one. Body positivity can promote unhealthy habits. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Hell yeah. 100%.
I think
Everybody should sit
blind body positivity can.
down. This bitch gonna be different so fucking bad. Look at her ass, man. Look at her ass, man. She don't want to be fucked, bro.
Blind body-
She just want to stay big. Just say that, nigga. What the fuck? You just want to be big. I love big people. Nigga, she just want to be big.
Positivity.
Look at her little dumb ass, bitch. Yes, it could promote this shit. Cause they make it seem like they make it seem like there's nothing wrong with it. But they promote it like, hey man, be fat, fuck it, nigga, we gonna love you for you. Of course, yes, bro. It
Can be harmful if it's just like always like don't ever consider any possibility that you could change something or improve your quality of life. Just blindly accept yourself. I think that's where it can get kind of toxic.
right.
I don't look like how I looked when I was 20. So body positivity is encouraging yourself to accept you're gonna transform eventually. When you're 40, when you're 50, you're gonna get wrinkles, all these things. So yeah, definitely body positivity should have taken another route instead of just saying it's for bigger people, because it's not. It's for all the variety of people that need to accept you're changing.
Yeah, I think the pendulum has switched to the furthest extreme. I think body positivity was created because there wasn't a space for people who could have acceptance in bigger bodies. And I think it's just gone to the furthest extreme now. And
Like women come in all shapes and sizes, right? And
can't
every
wait to
woman
see
is
what Shorty in the
beautiful.
back
And
said.
I think that you should really be confident in your body and the way that you look, wake up feeling your best. But I feel like especially on social media and in society today, this body positivity movement, I've seen like multiple times where there's like obese women promoting body positivity, and it's like I wouldn't want like my
What's
kid.
obese for you?
Like a
Yes! Say
Unhealthy
fat ass.
lifestyle. Like,
Fuck it,
wouldn't
just say
want,
fat
like, my-
ass.
What's
I want
obese for you?
arguments.
like an unhealthy lifestyle.
No,
like
but
overweight.
appearance-wise, what's obese for you?
Obese, like a
Like
medically
for me,
obese.
if you see me, you
What's her
consider me
range?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but
Okay.
it's like
Keep it 100.
medically.
Keep it 100. Nah, don't say about what you say. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. What you consider her as? Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
If you see
What
me, you
consider her
consider me
as?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but
She
it's
obese?
like medically,
So,
you know.
Right,
like for
med-
So
example,
you're medically
Not medically. Call her fat.
You'll
Let's
be
go.
No,
Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12, and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So I-
would anybody
What'd you
here
look like at
explain
12?
what they mean by medically obese?
Exactly.
Like
BMI?
at like when you go to the doctor's office and you get weighed on a scale and they'll tell you, oh, you're a little bit overweight, or they'll say you're morbidly obese, you're
Because of your
whatever
height.
these things. So like,
Everything.
like if you look at me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but I am technically considered obese.
So
by my doctors.
And I was obese at, I think it's 30 BMI. Now the BMI, we've have come to learn that it's a little bit tricky now.
Right. It's not the most accurate.
Right.
But that's what it's based off.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so correct. But
mass
now
index.
that when I was a size 14, I was considered obese. It's smaller than we think.
I think an obese person, and this is not.
That sounds big. I watched Kevin Samuels before. I think he said that's big. You could tell she used to be big too on her face. Sorry, if you look like this, you ain't big at all. What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Okay, I see what you're talking about now. Right. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I was mistaken. But fuck it. I was
Not, calling absolutely anybody obese, but I think a person that can be considered obese will not be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me, because I am a person that I'm big, but like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath. I can go on runs. I can exercise. So if for the
you're-
doctors I'm obese because of the
Yes.
size and the stuff that
Yes.
I am, for the doctors,
Yes.
for me, it is not the way that it works because an obese person, I've had friends who are skinnier than me. We go on walks and they're losing their breath.
So for you, obesity is just
Stamina.
The
health
Functional.
parameter of how physical you can be. For you,
Exactly.
it's not a physical manifestation
Exactly.
of the body.
What the doctor,
Exactly.
when that doctor says that bad word, he's looking on a chart versus saying you
But how
can't.
many people have
but he's
been
saying,
bad
But listen,
diagnosed?
he's not saying
Listen,
you're
Lupe.
ill and you can't walk up that hill.
I've
you,
had
you
doctors
go,
say that to
you
me.
go, I have
Holy
that.
shit.
That's,
doctors
I'm
say that
obese
to
and I
me.
can
What fucking doctor do you have? That nigga's he's a guy.
walk up
Oh,
that hill.
shit.
I've had
you
doctors
go,
say that to
you
me.
go, I
That's
have
the
that.
thing. I've
That's,
had doctors
I'm
say that
obese
to
and I
me.
can still walk
So-
up that hill. And that's what's fabulous
Shit.
about it, right? It doesn't automatically mean you're ill, but also down the road, absolutely it's gonna mean you're
Right.
ill. You're lucky with your genetics currently. Down the road, it's not gonna be the same
But
story.
this is the thing, you
Right.
think they're genetics, but since I was really young, I'm active. I'm an active woman.
I never said you're not
No,
active.
no, I know, but I'm.
You're not listening, Lupe. You're missing the point, Lupe. You're missing the point, Lupe. You're worried about right now, Lupe. She talk about when you get old, Lupe. You don't want to be that big when you that old, Lupe. Listen, Lupe.
Just responding to what you're
Okay.
saying. I know you're not saying that I'm not active. I'm responding to what you're saying about the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have
Lupe.
had doctors tell.
It's hard for me to sit right now, nigga. I got a pimple on my ass, my nigga. This shit hurt. I don't even know how I got here. I got a pimple on my ass. I don't know how they grew up.
Me that.
Tell you what.
That I'm obese and that I
Yes.
cannot exercise. That why am I not exercising? Why am I not doing the effort? There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had, and I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had. So it's like
Right. Well,
it's
that's-
everybody. It's different.
They're killing us too. So.
Just we went down a tangent
Yeah.
for a minute. I wanna.
Oh my God, you can
we're
say
talking
that.
about we're talking about body positivity,
Yes.
whether we think it promotes unhealthy habits. We're gonna bring in our disagreeer.
Oh my God.
And then continue.
So I didn't step forward because I really hate the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast, vast majority.
The question is not does it. The question is like body positivity can promote unhealthy habits, and yes, it can. If you don't see that, then she
I
definitely
do
a
not
Karen
think
for
promote
sure.
obesity. Body positivity, to me, is just
What's her name?
not thinking people. I hate that so
Jade.
much. I think there is like the
definitely a
minutest
character.
people who are doing that. The vast majority. I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity to me is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not hating yourself. Like, you shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds and hate yourself.
Right.
Like, you know, I don't think anybody should be hating themselves. So that to me is what body positivity is about. And it's also about equality in how people are treated. Like, for example, Lizzo gets called out so much on like, oh my God, she's out there with her ass and stuff. Like,
I feel like that's where it started at. I feel like that's where the body positivity and shit started at. I feel like Lizzo made it cool to be big and shit. And there's nothing wrong with being big. Like I said, shout out to Lizzo though. She started a movement. She gave all the big girls confidence. I ain't gonna lie, when Lizzo came out, it was like I seen a lot of more confidence in the big girl community, which is a good thing. But we should promote a healthier life, because it's not healthy to be super big. But you should, like how she said, you should love yourself no matter, you know what I'm saying, where you're at, but you should want a healthier life.
it's so disgusting.
love yourself
But
no matter how big
Chapel
you are.
Roan, who, God, I love Chapel Roan, was at Gumball and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person online saying, oh, so why she have her ass out? You know, it's like, it's a double
Nobody want to see that shit, man. Nobody want to see that shit. That's why.
standard. People inherently hate
So
fat
it
bodies
is a
and
double
don't
standard,
think
man. That's
they
the
should be
sad
seen in
part.
I
society.
actually disagree with that because I do see people hating on Chapel Rowan for the way that she looks and her outfits, and there's going to be hate on both
Oh,
sides.
of course, there's going
That
to be
is
hate, but
to be
I
there.
meant like the volume of hate that Lizzo gets compared to Chapel Roan. Like, I would say, like, it's much smaller. Like, you constantly hear about like Lizzo, and you know.
I have a question. I have a question
Yeah.
about Lizzo.
Always
Okay,
comes back to Lizzo.
one of the few.
She's lost weight too.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
About like Lizzo, and you know.
I have a question. I have a question
Yeah.
about Lizzo. Okay,
Always comes back to Lizzo.
One of the few. Okay.
She's lost weight too.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
One of the few times I saw her streaming, she had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her, enormous. Went in with it with a fork and was eating constantly and talking to the camera while she was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? It was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same
Yes.
reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Let's go. Hold up. See what she's talking about. Oh shit.
Physical therapy. What the media is not gonna do is twist my words about this. Every interview I did, and mind you, I did hours.
Okay, look. Listen when she got the cake. Let's see when she got the
Real
cake.
That's my finger. It's
Wow.
vegan.
That's a big cake.
I never got to eat it, so you know what
All right,
the
look.
fuck
That's the cake, right? That's a beautiful cake, by the way. That's the
I'm
cake.
about to do? I'm about to
Let's
sit
go
and eat
halfway.
this cake.
Go in the middle.
That like
Cause she's not eating the cake right here.
be my 2 cents.
I'm about to say, don't tell me she down that bitch.
K-pop.
Not that bad, bro. She was dragging. Got me thinking that she's fucking like ate this bitch in with 2 bites, my nigga.
And I think it's more about, like, she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She's just, you know, eating cake
But
on
if
camera.
she's the representation of body positivity
Right.
and she's behaving this way, is that promoting
Have
a
you
negative
noticed
light?
that she just posted a video that she lost weight? Like
No,
that
no,
was-
absolutely don't. I
She just
absolutely
posted
not.
a video
I
and she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the difference.
Because I don't want her in my algorithm.
So it was just probably
Oh,
that one day that you
shit.
saw her doing that, but that doesn't identify her as a whole person.
Yeah, in
What
defense of
Lizzo do to
Lizzo,
her?
not a sentence I want to read. post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my salad, or like, here I am at the gym. I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just like, just have a cake. And I agree, it's gorging. I agree, it's not great. Listen, I'm not saying that's great.
That was
not
too
great.
much.
I ain't gonna lie, she digging around Lizzo. What the fuck? If she wanna be a fat ass and eat that fucking cake, let her eat that fucking cake. You act like the cake, you act like when she ate the cake, the fat one to you, my nigga, went to her body, nigga. That's the one thing I don't like. A lot of people be worried about other people's life too damn much. Bitch, live your life. The fuck? You so worried about Lizzo eating cake on live, nigga? What the fuck they gotta do with you, nigga? You ain't Lizzo. Shit. So, nigga.
But I'm saying that like this one instance of her doing this amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that? Like with Lizzo, there's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very petite, tiny woman. Why are people saying, "Oh, good job, Lizzo"? Like, good job for eating healthier. But like when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something like.
But is Eugenia Clooney allowed to have hashtag body positivity?
She does sometimes. So she promotes herself literally wearing like tiny outfits, showing her body.
That was my whole point. Is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're not good representation.
Yeah,
No.
Like the algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and it's what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
Including these conversations. Although this was pretty reasonable. All right, let's reset.
No matter who you are, there's no denying unless portion of this.
There are definitely.
Anybody know I got Hall of Fame skip? Thtman.x.
I have taken a weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Any Ozempic demons? No, we could tell. I knew it was her. I knew it was her. 100% I knew it was her. Cause look, you could look at her face. I knew it was her, and that's why you dick ride Lizzo! You took the drug! Why she dick ride? We could tell, nigga, you could look. Nigga, you could look at her face and say, yeah, nigga, I knew it was her.
I guess everybody's perfect.
I'm like trying to see like what do we define as drug?
I think we're talking about the
Like Ozempic?
Pills?
Yeah,
or...
well, any
like diet pills?
Any drug that you've taken.
Sorry.
But yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story, Tim.
I have used weight
Bruh, I could bet $100 she was Ozempic.
loss drugs. Before I knew the power of them in college and that you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong.
And how much Ozempic
Probably
cost?
needed to be controlled at that time. I was just so obsessed with my body size. I've pretty much my whole life, and that's just the culture, American culture that I was raised in and lived in, and so I would try drastic means, and I've done things that would just get you super wired. Even as an adult, once I figured out how to eat, I gained the weight back during the lockdown, like a lot of people did, and I go, gosh darn it, I was so upset, and I took a prescription weight loss drug that was prescribed by a doctor, and I was able to drop the weight quickly. I used it as a biohack. I used it short term just to get the weight off, because once the weight is off, now it's on you. You have to know how to eat.
So this is more recently?
Yep, and this is absolutely recent.
Was it like Ozempic, something like that?
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed. It's a controlled substance.
I lost 100. What's it called?
Was it like Ozempic, something like that?
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed. It's a controlled substance. It's hardcore, but it takes the thought process out of your mind. That thing, that monster.
You cheated.
That always tells you you're gonna get your next serotonin kick by that food, and you're hyper focused on eating, and it takes that monster, it stops talking. So now, when the monster stops talking, you go, I can control this. I can make changes in my lifestyle in order to make healthier decisions to keep the weight off that I just lost with this drug, and
you cheated,
yeah.
you
I was so desperate to lose weight. I was like on TikTok scrolling through, and like they were sharing like, oh, this drug does this and this is.
It took everything on my power not to scratch my nuts right there, my nigga. It's taking everything in my power not to just scratch my shit.
that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just blindly buy this thing, and showed up at
Do
a
you know
horrible
kind of
time
what
for
kind
me.
of drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it like suppressed my want to eat food. But it also like had some really bad side effects. Like when I would eat, I would feel sick after, and I realized like, oh, I'm feeling horrible all the time and having this energy low and like just feeling physically sick.
How long were you on it?
I was on it for 2 months maybe.
Did you lose weight?
I lost some weight, but as soon as I got off of it, I gained all of that weight back.
Yep.
I gained
You have to know what to do once you're there.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly. It was like the crutch, and like you just relied on it so much, and then once it was gone, you had to do your own thing, and
you have to figure it out.
you had to figure it out, and the pill was doing all that for you, and then for me, I gained more weight than I lost when I was on it.
Let's bring in our disagreeers.
So I've heavily considered taking Ozempic, but I've decided not to because you either have to stay on that drug long term to keep those effects, or if you get off of it, most people are gonna gain the weight back. So I'm no longer interested in anything that is not a complete lifestyle change. Like for me, I have learned over the years that I would prefer to be fat and happy than thin and miserable. So like right now I'm just trying to, eat less processed food, stay away from like sodas and stuff for the most part. But I will never count calories, like, or because to me that leads to disordered eating habits.
For you?
For me personally, yes. I'm not talking for everybody. I'm not talking for everybody, but for me personally, and I do think for a lot of people, it can lead to disordered eating.
Kind of circling back to the topic about taking weight loss drugs. Hell no, I would never take no weight loss drug. I worked really hard for my body, and I'm like a very big believer in that phrase, like if you wanted to, you could. Wouldn't you be so much happier if you lost the weight and you look back on it and it was like, yeah, like I did that.
Exactly.
Like that was 100% all me. I didn't need no help. I didn't need no cheat codes. Like this was the work that I put in, and I got the results that I wanted.
And that was the mindset that I wish that I had before I took the drugs.
Yeah.
Because I was super naive. I was like 18 years old, and I had no knowledge about anything. And I was looking for a quick fix because all these people were telling me, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this. And that was in my own household. So it was my family telling me this, along with my friends and everything like that.
It's a lifestyle.
They're too nice, man. They should have got niggas to do this.
I'll change ultimately. These are tools that you can utilize, but if you are not changing your lifestyle to go with it, then what will happen for you? And so I think that's really ultimately what it is. If you're not ready to commit to the lifestyle change, using these tools is not going to help you.
When people do these quote unquote shortcuts, a lot of the time, like mentally, they're not there. So they lose the weight and then they're still like
not fixing the problem.
Exactly. It was like, it was this quick fix, and now that it's, they get off it, like everything mentally like that they were at when they were at a bigger weight is still there because they didn't put in that mental work, like doing it on their own.
For example,
we gotta reset. Sorry, Alexa. I'm getting the signal. Fit women are more attractive than fat women. Will the agreeers please step forward?
In the world's eyes, the fit woman is more attractive, but it really depends on the guy. I know a nigga, he don't crush nothing but big girls. He don't crush shit but big girls, man. His whole roster is just big. Big as fuck. So, look, she don't want to do it. They too scared to get canceled. Nigga, just keep it 100. Like, see it from the world's perspective. Everybody's equal, but just see it in the world's perspective.
I would definitely agree. Fit women are more attractive than plus size women, only because me having this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking, so I feel like men.
I like that. She said she could show she could. Okay, Dano. But where's that committed being a fat?
Women, only because me having this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking, so I feel like men looking at my body can see, oh, okay, she's dedicated. she put in the work, and that could be an attractive quality that men see in me. I would definitely go for like a more muscular guy. So that kind of shows that we have something in common, something that we can work on together.
You're not saying what she really wanted to say.
Gym dates.
Yeah, gym dates, for sure.
All right, thank you. Can we bring in the disagreeers?
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed alive right now. It's all good.
I'm bisexual, so I
Hey,
love
girl, me
women.
too.
I love women.
Yes, all the bisexuals.
I think that all women are beautiful. I've had relationship with women that are fit, that are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me, personally, me. So, and it comes from a place that the way that I grew up, the way that they grew up, thoughts, minds, you surround yourself with people that you like, that is like you. Your personality has more beauty than the way that you look.
Your physical looks will disappear. My grandma, she used to be a very petite, tiny woman, grew up in the Philippines. My grandpa the same way. Now they're a little bigger, they're more comfortable. 50 years later, still in love. My grandpa always makes jokes. Like when I remember growing up, he was like, "This is Burger King and this is McDonald's. I'm the king and I'm loving it." And I'm like, that's my grandpa. He showed me like you can appreciate a woman through all the changes, you know? Like,
exactly.
And that's why I love, like I could be, once I get skinny, like my boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me more because how I am personally.
I think people like to be like, oh, it's always going to be the fit woman is more attractive than the plus size woman. I just don't think that's true. Like, there's a lot of beautiful fit women. There's also a lot of not very beautiful ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? To assume that size will always equal more attractive, I just think is like silly. It's a case by case basis.
Because I'm more on the healthy side.
Well, you can be thin and not healthy.
Yeah,
Exactly. But the biggest issue I have with what you said, I disagree with you. I think as a fit girl as well, fit girlies, but I still disagree with you because there's beautiful women who are in bigger bodies. Like,
100%.
I feel like it's an arrogance almost to be like, oh, because I'm fit, I'm more attractive. Like that's.
Hey, who is some like beautiful big shit? I don't know, but it's probably I remember I just seen like this one beautiful ass big girl. I was like, damn, that's a real woman. I couldn't handle that shit.
It's ridiculous, and the biggest issue I have was what you said about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that that's basing your worth on a man, and I'm married. As a married woman saying that, I just don't understand what that has to do with the principle of just physical attractiveness. That has nothing to do with if someone else deems you as attractive. It's like just solely based on the physical. So I 100% disagree with you.
I was debating actually stepping forward because of just what society has taught me.
Yes, I'm picking my teeth. Fuck niggas, like stop staring so hard, nigga. Watch the vid. Stupid bitch.
My whole life is like.
Let me see. Hold up. Let me see which. Oh, okay. Is that one? So it's my. Oh, okay. Let me get right here. Okay. Add it. Okay. I forgot which one I was on.
It is more beautiful. That is more beautiful. That is more beautiful. And I've really had to work on unlearning that, like for so many years. When I was like, 19, 20, I was like, oh, the reason I'm not in a relationship is because I'm fat. Like I need to lose weight and then I'll become in a relationship. Then someone will love me.
I'm a nigga that's taking you down with no questions asked, man. You don't gotta worry about that shit. I got he known for that shit. You don't got, hey bro, you can stay big, you go find a nigga. I know a nigga that he will go find you. I got a nigga for you, I'll send him your way. That nigga will take you down.
And
with
I
no
thought that
questions
for
asked.
so many years. And like my self-confidence was like down here. And I really had to work on unlearning that. And I'm still trying to unlearn that. But like I have learned over the years that people are attracted to different things. So if you ask one person, they're going to tell you, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. And if you ask someone else, they might have a completely different answer. So I think attractiveness is subjective. I think when it comes to society 100% says skinnier is better.
I mean, I hear a lot of what you're saying, but I'm curious, anybody want to share, like, what is the type of body that you're attracted to?
To men, on men, other, or
Well,
the
I don't know.
opposite?
There's people who are attracted to men. So whether it's men or women, what kind of bodies are you attracted to?
Because I've been smaller and bigger. I am tall. I already am eliminating a majority of people because I'm one taller man than me. But you know what? Somebody on your show, Zach Miko.
Was that the tall guy?
It was the model.
Oh, yeah.
The plus size model? He was
Yes.
cute.
So
unfortunately married.
So it's like I have dated some fantastically gorgeous
You just
men.
say unfortunately married. What the fuck? Hold up.
The plus size model? He was
Yes.
cute.
So
Unfortunately married.
So it's like I have dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself and I fantastically gorgeous. It's like I have dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself and I can feel just kind of let it all out is a guy that's has some cushion. Gym people for gym people. And, and that kind of seems like unattainable, not my vibe.
No, I appreciate the specificity. Anyone else want it?
So I do have a type, but also like I've never dated before. So I'd say like my type goes from my type goes from like Prince Eric to Fluffy. It's so funny. Like, yes, the comedian Fluffy. I just feel like I could.
Okay. This is perfect. My bad. Okay. Good.
Like
I can
hug
see
him.
that.
Like he would give the best hugs and be like the best person.
It's a very
Like-
wide range.
Yeah, a very wide range
A
of
lot of them fit into
a lot
that
of
range.
infinites to that. But like I don't discriminate against like body type or anything like that.
It's funny because for me as a bisexual woman, like what I like in women versus what I like in men is like very different. So men, I'm very much
you're
like you. Like dad bods are kind of like what I'm the most attracted to. I don't want someone like super, super big, but I also don't like super skinny or like super, super buff. Like you have a little muscle, that's fine, but like the really buff guys, like not my thing. But for women, I like way more different kinds of women, like thin, big, like I don't know. I'm just way more attracted, I think, when it comes to different kinds of women. Like when I'm swiping on dating apps, like I'll maybe swipe on like 1 in every 20 men, and like women it's like 1 in 5. Women I just think overall are much more beautiful than men. Like even
And we have better profiles. Let's get this.
yes, that too.
All right, let's reset. It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Okay. Oh. It's okay for models to set a high standard for a body.
I did some modeling as a kid and as a teenager and even now as an adult. I did pinup. There's definitely like a high expectation and standard, especially like in runway modeling and things like that, because they push out these clothing and they only do it in certain sizes. There's standards that different companies have that they want to push out certain things. So like for pinups, they want you to look a certain way, they want you to do your makeup a certain way, they want you to dress a certain way for that style. And same thing for like Victoria's Secret, they want to promote lingerie, and there's a standard for each company and they have to live up to that standard based on what they're trying to promote.
And personally for me, I always looked up to thin people. I always found them very beautiful. I was like, I want to be able to look like a Victoria's Secret model one day. It's okay to have a higher standard of beauty because it makes you want like, oh, I want to work harder on myself to achieve that type of body goal. I might not look exactly like them, like with the hips and everything, but I want to be able to look a healthy version of myself that looks something like that.
I think it's okay for models to have a higher standard of beauty because we are attracted to attractive things. A model is.
Hold up. I think I might be a loser, my nigga. I think I might be a loser, my nigga. I'm in the top 0.5 of Jace listeners, my nigga. Am I a dweeb? Am I a dweeb? Am I a fucking dweeb? I've been a dang top listener of Jace, my nigga. I'm a dweeb, man. I'm in the top 0.5%. Man. I gotta
selling something. They're being hired to sell something and they're gonna make it, hey, look at this, look at the dress I'm wearing. And you as a consumer, you don't wanna look at somebody that is going to go, ugh, I don't even wanna look at that person. What were they selling? I don't know.
Let's bring in our disagreeers. More disagreeers than I expected.
I completely disagree. I think we all forgot what modeling industry has done for women in our society. I think we kind of went blank for a second. I'm a journalism major, I have my degree in journalism, and growing up with certain magazines, and those women, just because they were thin does not mean they were healthy.
Right.
Have y'all ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
There's a lot of detrimental things that were happening within that society, within that community. And I agree with you, yes, we all want to look at something aesthetically pleasing, but that varies. Also, the modeling industry is known for not being diverse.
Right.
Hello. So I don't know, we just like blacked out for a second.
It's very diverse now.
Now.
It was not when I started.
Yeah, but it's not that diverse now either.
Bitch, you model? For who? Shit.
It's evolving, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's that diverse. But I think that it can be very detrimental as a young woman. I think the body positivity movement kind of was created in juxtaposition because of the modeling industry of the 90s and early 2000s, how toxic that was.
Yeah, I do think we have come a long way, but we still have like much further to go. The average size of the woman in the United States is a size 16. So why are we not seeing that reflected more?
For real? Fuck. I just looked up a fucking size. I just looked up size 16. I just looked up size 14. Damn. Shit. Size 16. Oh, it ain't that bad. You know how many think I... Okay. Oh. Shit. Okay. So it's just... Okay, I was looking... Okay. Not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad.
Or on runways and modeling and stuff, you know. I also have issues with it when it comes to a lot of plus size modeling too, because a lot of plus size models, they have the curves, but they have no belly. And that's so unrealistic for most plus size women, where it's like...
Is she crying about this shit? This shit must hit deep for her.
They have no belly.
She crying about this shit. This shit means something to her.
So unrealistic for most plus size women, where it's like, most plus size women, if you are a size 20 like I am, you're gonna have a stomach. And
most of those photos have been photoshopped.
Yeah, or they even put padding on smaller models to make them look bigger.
The standards keep changing. How many models do they need to show all the different body types that for this to sell one dress?
Sounds like there's a tension between the market. If the data says more people clicked on this body, even if it's unrealistic.
Risks.
Put that body in the ad.
Yes.
But what you're saying is that's unfair representation of the true customer.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'll like buy something that I saw on a plus size model who has a flat stomach, and then I put it on, and I'm like, oh, I hate this because it's clinging to like all the wrong parts. I just want to see something that it doesn't have to look exactly like me.
I think for a long time people thought that diversity in sizes wasn't marketable. Like I can't make money from showing all this diversity of sizes, but I think that there are new brands coming like Thtman.x Fenty with Rihanna. She has proven that you can have diverse bodies and you can still market and sell. And let's be real, most consumers are not the models. They look different.
Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. Will the agreeers step forward?
Everybody should step forward.
This is something that I always say.
I say, nigga, if you too big where you can't defend yourself, nigga, you're cooked.
Listen, no shame to people that are thinner, but I just think you're so vulnerable when you're thin. Like if you're petite and you're frail and you're not strong enough to fight back, I don't think that's safe for you. I'm a proponent of like building muscle. That way you're sturdy. That way if someone tries to come up on me, they're going to feel something.
Right. I think we shouldn't have to.
I'm Henry Royal types of finisher moves, my nigga. She ain't doing shit.
Yes. Like it sucks that we're in a society that we do, but we have to.
Yes.
You're prone to danger at any moment. Know some punches, know some locks. I don't know. But yeah, definitely stay prepared.
Yeah, as someone who trains kickboxing, boxing, and Muay Thai, at our facility, like we do offer like women's self-defense classes, and like no matter like what body size you are, I highly recommend every single woman to take at least one class just so you know the basics and just like for your own protection.
Well, I got attacked by a dog once when I was on a walk. I came out of this house and it came after me, and I was with a group of friends. Of course, it comes after the big one. Don't get me wrong, but it was scary. I couldn't run away from that problem, but my friends were able to.
Hell no, you ain't running from that shit. If I could barely run away from a dog, nigga, you're definitely not running away from a dog. Hell no, nigga.
And that came to my mind, like, oh my gosh, I'm not good at cardio. I know what I need to improve more on. You need to be able to carry yourself, pull yourself up, run.
Even for your kids, you know, an emergency, your kid is swallowing something and it got stuck, or everything around you needs your full potential energy. So yeah, definitely everybody work on their own pace and just make sure that you work on things that are going to help you and stay safe because it's dangerous.
Not to be an easy target.
Aside from dogs, which has anyone ever been in a situation where they've had to defend themselves?
I can talk about it because it doesn't hurt anymore, but when I was young, I did get molested, and it's fine, I'm over it. I know it wasn't my fault. See, I work with my brain a lot, so for me, I was laying down, and it was more of a situation where I couldn't move because of everything that was happening around me, and my thoughts were just like, I need to find a way to survive. I need to find a way to push this person from me, and I was 13, so it was like, you know what?
That's sad.
Pray. Because there was a cousin sleeping next to me, and I was like, please have her move so I can move, and she did. And as soon as she moved, I found a way to just push him. Like I found a courage to push him off. It came from, I don't know where, but it came. And whatever happened after that. So it is a situation where, as women, we are subject to not just men, but to a lot of people, and where we need to find a way to protect ourselves, and not just us, as we're growing older. Like, we should be showing our children how to and who not to trust, instead of judging them, instead of expecting from them. You should be teaching them to find their way and what works for them, to find a courage to save themselves from whatever is going to be a struggle for them in the future.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix.
That's good, man. Blocked by X.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for sharing that story.
I have abused my body. Will the agreeer step forward?
Personally, for me, I've always suffered with anxiety and depression since I was young. I haven't grown up in the best areas. I used to self-harm in different ways. I suffered with purging and everything, and physically cutting myself. Sometimes I even attempted to burn myself. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And I was 13, 12, and around this time, I did not like the way I look. I'm not happy right now. And the only thing I have control of, because I don't have money, I can control what I can do to myself. And it wasn't until I gotten older and I started studying mental health, I started studying different ways you can take care of yourself with the resources I had. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not the best at my mind right now. And there's other opportunities I can control those bad thoughts, to let them out.
What were some of the tools that were most helpful to you?
Meditation really was a big thing for me. I loved meditating. Whenever I had those, I call it noise, those just thoughts in my head, just talking. And I'm like, close your eyes, inhale, exhale, and just breathe. Just find your center and calm yourself. That's really helped me a lot.
Addiction is the disease that tells your brain that the problem is the solution. My biggest addiction was food, and I
I'm sorry to say, but hold up, bro.
And
I'm sorry to say, but her fucking hairstyle's pissing me off. I think. Why not just lay it all down? Like, what motivated you just to say, fucking nigga, put that shit up there? That hairstyle wild as shit. You ain't have to do that. That's highly unnecessary.
you get a serotonin kick. Everybody has a vice because that's something cheap and fast. At some point, it's not. You're not a victim anymore. Like you're actually doing it to yourself.
Right.
This lifestyle of this and up and down, and how I even abused myself, how I used to talk to myself, and you're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not thin enough. You know, you're never enough. Until I changed the way I spoke to myself, did changes ever happen and maintain.
Abuse my body a lot by being an emotional eater. Like I'm a very emotional person. Actually, I just found out last year that I have BPD. Ever since I was a teenager, I have
BPD. Educational X for all the niggas that don't know what's BPD. BPD refers to the difference between current amount of moisture in the air and the amount. But you can't breathe or something? Shit, she can't breathe.
struggled heavily with depression and suicidal thoughts, like all the time. Yeah, I have abused my body over the years, and I'm trying to love myself more, take better care of myself.
Do it. Don't try. Just do it.
Well, you say that, but it can be hard.
Make it easy. Make it easy. Make it easy to speak to yourself in a kind way.
Yeah.
I just got upset because you.
Lupe crying. Don't cry, Lupe. You my favorite one, Lupe. Come on, fool. Chill, fool. Don't cry.
You don't want to
fool.
be on this. You're a gift. Thank you. How dare you?
Now shit about to get emotional.
Take it, that beautiful gift away. How dare you? You're not allowed to do that anymore. Okay? You're here. You have to speak to yourself kindly. Yeah. Be nice to yourself. Your family members, how would they tell somebody else that's speaking to you that way to you? And you do it to yourself, that's not okay. Yeah. You can change it, make a choice.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better over the years that I'm much kinder to myself, and I wish I could like tell my younger self to like be kinder.
But you can tell her right now. You can tell that baby right now, she's good enough and she's meant to be here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fuck. You ain't about to cry, nigga. I ain't about to fuck you, nigga. You ain't lying like shit, boy. You ain't about to fucking cry about that shit, nigga. You just want to get some pussy. You ain't fooling nobody, nigga. That shit ain't make you cry.
Like, I just want to give you a hug because I relate to your story so much.
That nigga ain't wiping out a tear.
Good enough and she's meant to be here.
Look at his face. That nigga ain't wiping out a tear. He just wants some pussy. That ain't fucking
that
you.
Baby right now, she's good enough and she's meant to be here.
This nigga ain't fucking him up. What?
It's gotten a lot better over the years that I'm much
emotional, nigga.
kinder to myself, and I wish I could like tell my younger self to like be kinder.
But you can tell her right now. You can tell that baby right now. She's meant to be here.
Thank you.
This nigga ain't emotional. Nigga. I don't see not a tear. That nigga eyes ain't watering. I hate niggas like you.
And she's meant to be here.
Thank you.
Nigga, they do anything for the pussy, nigga. I don't see not a tear. Your eyes ain't watery, nigga. You ain't feel that message, nigga. You just wanna fuck.
Oh my God! Like, I just want to give you a hug because I relate to your story so much.
Pussy.
I was an emotional eater too. I still am an emotional eater. I'm working on it so much, but
emotional eater though. I heard about the big girls. They. My bad.
Like when I was getting bullied in middle school, like I was getting called fat and all these things, and I was literally getting notes handed to me saying that I was like a fat whale. It really messed me up, and it made me attempt suicide a few times. And I was I was 12 years old, and it wasn't until after I attempted and my family found out, because now I don't think that way anymore. That's why I'm such a huge advocate for mental health and just love yourself. You have to love yourself in order to change things that you want to change.
Lupe, I know you haven't spoke, but can I bring in this? Yeah. for the people who came in the disagreeers with this prompt, what have been the most valuable tools or resources in your life to not abuse your body?
I think of like the highest version of myself, and I try to show up as her every single day. When I have dark thoughts or when things are hard, I'm like, okay, the highest version of Alyssa, like she's a baddie, she's disciplined, you know, she loves herself, and I kind of show up as her.
I 100% agree with that. I'm a very big believer in like if you say things out loud and manifest them, then they will come true because eventually you do end up getting like that mentality switch, right? Like if you wake up and the first thing that you say to yourself like in the mirror is like, I'm ugly, you know? That's what you're gonna go about your entire day believing, you know? But maybe like writing something down, like having it like on the mirror and stuff and starting every morning like smiling and with like positivity, then you'll carry that energy like through the entire day, the entire week, the entire month, and eventually like your entire life.
If you have a network of people that if you're feeling any kind of emotion or going through anything, having that kind of community to help you figure out how you can go about this without doing some detrimental harm to yourself. I think it's really amazing. And again, a privilege that I was able to have that. And if nothing else, I hope anyone watching this can really see and empathize and like, you can't just look at someone and be like, oh, they're this and that, or they're lazy, or they don't work hard enough. Like, I think this conversation has just been so illuminating for me, and I hope it's illuminating for everybody.
For me, also, just adding to like what helped me get out of the depression that I had was, I sat down and I cried. I would cry in my room and acknowledge the things that I needed to change, even though it was gonna cost me. And I had supporters like my family, my sister's my biggest supporter. I love you with all my heart. And you really need.
This is Pod.
You're on in the fucking moment, man. These niggas money hungry, man. You on in the moment, man. Lupe, my nigga Lupe telling her truth, man.
To work on yourself. Make a better choice.
Right.
Change your body if it's necessary, if you can, but be healthy because we're not getting any better. This world is just gonna get harder. Right. So we need to be healthy and prepared for whatever we need to do, you know? So yeah, work out safely and, you know, everybody, we hope you're healthy for like the longest time, because man.
I definitely agree with like letting out a good cry, because I was an emotional eater.
I cried a lot.
I was such an emotional eater. Like I held all of my emotions in, and what I would do is I would eat instead of letting that emotion out and recognizing the emotion. And it wasn't until like I let out that cry, I reached out to the people.
Yeah, you reach out for help.
You reach out to the people that you trust and you feel the safest with. And I did that I started to realize like, oh, I need to change this. It isn't healthy to go to the food instead of going to the people. Right. You got to go to your people.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. The day after my mom passed, I just came back, literally I took a plane back to California to be with my family while she was in her coma. And that day I was just like, you know what? My mom's gone. I want to be gone. You know, and the only person I really trust and love and care for and adore is my grandma. She is my rock. And I remember looking at her like, we got home, I'm like, Grandma, I'm done. This is it. And she told me, and this is the only thing that keeps me going till this day, is the moment you're gone, I lost you, I lose your mom, I have no one. And reaching out to my grandma, telling her like, I'm ready to just end it, it made me realize like, if I keep hurting myself, I'm not just hurting myself, I'm hurting the people who love me the most. Making sure like, you know, when you're going through your hard spot, just know like, you're not alone in that. There's people around you who do truly love you, and they want you to reach out to them and tell them like what's going on with you. So I always recommend that. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
What she said, don't ever apologize.
Ever, especially as a woman. Stop apologizing.
I love that.
Thank you all so much for the vulnerability and for sharing your opinions.
Yeah, man. Hey, that nigga ain't emotional, man. That nigga, he capping, bro. He just want to get some pussy, but. Hey, this was a real cool vid, though. Oh, it's a fat dude version. Oh, they got bruh. Oh yeah, I gotta watch this. But Viedo. This was a good vid. I like the women that spoke their truth and stuff, and like to see the different sides of, you know what I'm saying, the types of women and stuff. But yeah, though, I feel like every woman should love themselves for who they are. They should never like talk down on themselves, no matter what circumstance they're in, big, small, wide, thin. You know, I feel like everybody should love themselves for who they are, but if you know you're like big to the point where like, you know what I'm saying, or just big and you're not comfortable in that body, you could do something to change that. Like, yeah, man, God is good. All these women are blessed and beautiful. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I know you looking at me like, damn, nigga, you sexy as shit. I know.